Hurricane Helene damaged tens of thousands of acres of national forest in the western part of the state. But now there is help on the way. The U.S. Forest Service and North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission signed a $290 million Good Neighbor Agreement. Officials say it will fund recovery work across national forests over the next 10 years. And although things are getting back to normal, significant work remains to repair damage to those roads, recreation areas, trails, and even watersheds.